Hello, I'm coming back today to do a little review about a book I just finished to read 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, or whatever. It's Half of a Yellow Sun from Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and it's a masterpiece. It's a novel. It's a fantastic novel. It's a fantastic book. So if you don't know what to read, or maybe you're fed up with what you're reading right now, go online, buy it. Uh, just buy it and read it. It's a fantastic story. So basically, it's a book. Me myself, just for the story, me myself, I was fed up with what I was reading. I was looking for a book to read, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't find anything, and I actually bought the book last year in a second-hand shop for £1, and I put it, on the corner, and I didn't know what to read, and I had bought 2 or 3 books which I couldn't get into it, so I said, okay, well, let me go get this one, and as soon as I picked it up, it's the kind of book when you put them down, because you have to go to sleep, because you have to do different things, I don't spend my days reading, I wish I could, but I don't spend my days reading. But anyway, it's the type of book when you put it down, you are waiting for the next moment you will have to pick it up and read it. It's that good. And I think that if you are a writer and you have the ability to do that, I think it's a gift. Of course, it's a gift, it's a talent, you have to work it, and I think that Chimamanda is working it so well. Okay. About the book, it is set in Nigeria during the 60s, beginning of the 70s, and it is about Biafra, the war of Biafra. That's why it's called Half of a Yellow Sun, because on the flag on the Biafra flag, you have a half of a yellow sun. So first of all, I thought that so because of that, the title of the book is just first of all spot on. But now about the story, so it's quite dramatical, it's a drama, because it's a war, and it's a civil war on top of that. So it's the same people that are fighting against each other. When I say the same people, is within a same country, and they are fighting each other. So it is drama, it is drama, but you get a lot of humor, even though it's drama, you get a lot of humor. There's a lot of sense of humor, and this is something that I have to commend. To talk such a to write about such a tragedy, and to be able to put like drops of humor all over the place. I think you have to be good to do that. You have to be good to do that, and she's great at doing it. For example, about the humor, one time I was outside with my girls, they were playing, jumping around and whatever, and I was reading the book, and at some point I started laughing, because there was something happened, and I was I broke out, and I started laughing, and my 2 girls, they stopped actually playing, and they was like, "Daddy, what's going on?" I said, "No, just leave it." They said, "No, Daddy, what's going on?" I said, "Just play, let me." They said, "No, Daddy, what happened?" I said, "Look, I'm reading a book, and it was funny, so I just laughed." They're like, "Okay, no, just let us know." I can't explain it to you right now, but when you can read the book, I will hand it to you. You will read it, and you will laugh for yourself. They're like, "Ah, okay," and they went back to play. They are 4 and 6, so they're not gonna read that right now. So okay, it's just to tell you that at some point you're reading it, and boom, something happened, and you can't help but laugh. So this is one of her strengths. Another one of her strengths is that okay, let's talk about the characters first. The main characters are Ugu, which is a little boy, a teenager from a village, who is going from his village to the city, to be the houseboy of Odeningo, who is a scholar, and if I recall well, he's about to do a PhD, but that throughout the story. And his girlfriend or wife to be is Olana, who's the girl, and actually a twin, because she's got a twin sister, but she's the daughter of a big man, so somebody that has money, somebody that has a lot of businesses, somebody that they got money, And I think that the character that has the most range is Ugu. For me, Ugu is he's carrying the story on his shoulder almost. You know, of course, the other two characters are central and around like that kind of family, if we can say so. There's a lot of other characters, you know, that are coming, going, leaving, coming back, and everything. But I think Ugu, for me anyway, is carrying the whole story. He's somebody that has the most range. First of all, because he goes from the village to the city, then to the war, you know. And he's a teenager, so we see him going through a lot of what teenagers are going through, you know, hormones and feelings and dealing with, you know, girls, you know, and he grows up, you know, outside of his family, and so he always has to adapt to different situations, you know, which he's put through, which he has no control over them, you know, and he always adapts, he always finds a way, he always. And for me, you know, Ugu embodies, you know, like the story, you know. For me, Ugu, when I finished to read the book, for me, because he finishes late 60s, early 70s. For me, Ugu is someone that has lived, you know, after that, you know, through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and so on, you know. But for me, you know, as far as me reading the book, for me, Ugu is somebody that has lived, you know, is somebody that has lived through that tragedy, you know. And so that's why I said for me is the one that has the most range, you know. And I think that one of the great thing about it, you know, outside the fact that it's a drama, outside the fact that there's a lot of humor, outside the fact that the characters are brilliant, I think, you know, that for me, the what stands out as far as the writing qualities of Chimamanda is the way she's able to translate feelings, you know. Because if I say, when I say that, yeah, Ugu for me is somebody that lived, you know, it may sound like, oh, what is he talking about? It's a book. But she describes the feelings of her character so well that sometimes you feel that you know the characters as people, because you know their feeling, you know the way they would react to certain reactions, you know. And to touch about the feelings, you know, it's, the only bit I'm going to give away about the whole story is, I mean, about the way she's describing feelings, is that at one point you have Odenigo, he just messed up, you know. So he goes, he messed up, you know. He messed up, and Olana turns up, you know. She doesn't catches them, you know, on the spot, but he messed up, you know. And Olana, she could feel it, you know. There was something in the air, you know, that you cannot, it's very hard to put words on. But Odenigo was acting like very awkwardly, you know, and she could pick up on every like movement he was doing, and she's actually writing about how Olana is feeling. It's as if she was describing. Sometimes we'd say that women have a sixth sense. It's as if she was describing like the character sixth sense. And I think this is so powerful because it makes you literally know the characters, you know. And then when you read the book and some different things happen, you say, oh, what is Olana's going to do? Oh, how is Odenigo's going to react? Oh, and Ugu, and so on and so forth. So I think this is one of like the fantastic talent or strengths that she has. The way she's able to describe her character's feelings, you know, because it makes the characters so real, you know, that, like I said, you feel that they have lived through that tragedy, you know. Throughout everything that's going on, you feel that you can feel that they have lived through it. The book is in two parts. The first part, she's setting the scene, and she sets the scene so well that at some point I had forgotten that it was about the Biafra war, and then boom, the war break out. So actually, it's very real because it's just how it happened. You know, people weren't thinking that, yeah, there's going to be a civil war. And a lot of people died like that because they weren't prepared, you know. And this is the way the book unfolds itself, you know. And so, for me, you know, it's a masterpiece. Like I said, if you don't know what to read, go get it. You won't be disappointed. They've made a movie about it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm already biased because I've read the book, I know the story, everything. So I'm not certain I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it, but it's not gonna live up to the book. I'm pretty certain. But I'm gonna watch the movie. If you don't know what to read, go get it. Half of a Yellow Sun from Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. She's a master of storytelling. So go get it. You won't be disappointed. Peace.